Good morning. So this is an attempt to shoot a morning routine. So I have a couple of morning routines on my channel, but I don't have a morning routine with 3 kids. So this is going to be my morning routine with 3 kids. So let me go and begin.
So much to the poltergeist. Trying to hold on to love, but it's frost and nice time. Much but a light from a falling sky. Apply to the forces above us like keep holding on to this present time. Inspired by the ones that were left behind us. And fell for the light of a foreign sky. Applying to the forces above this life. So much to the poltergeist. Trying to hold on to love, but it's frost and nice time. Much but a light from a falling sky. Apply to the forces above us like keep holding on to this present time. Inspired by the ones that were left behind us. And fell for the light of a foreign sky. Applying to the forces above this life.
Buea food now, let me bucket. Buea food.
Yeah. Yes, this is one time. This was spoiling like squirting.
Lock it.
So much to the poltergeist. Trying to hold on to love, but it's frost and nice time. Much but a light from a falling sky. Apply to the forces above us like keep holding on to this present time. Inspired by the ones that were left behind us. And fell for the light of a foreign sky. Applying to the forces above this life. So much to the poltergeist. Trying to hold on to love, but it's frost and nice time. Much but a light from a falling sky. Apply to the forces above us like keep holding on to this present time. Inspired by the ones that were left behind us. And fell for the light of a foreign sky. Applying to the forces above this life. So much to the poltergeist.
Guys, we're going to be cooking rice. I had to fry all my chicken in the fridge because of the electricity issue, and I decided to do chicken stew. I'll not put all the chicken. I just really fried the chicken dry. I want to eat that. Okay, I fried the chicken dry, and yes, I'm going to put it in the sauce. And then I want to talk about rice, guys. This is the rice I'm using now, the Indian Gate Basmati rice. I compared this rice some time ago with Royal Umbrella. I feel like since it became scarce, it's not the same thing anymore. So I've been buying this, and this one, a bag of 1 kg. It's 1 kg now. A bag of 1 kg is 1,300, but I love it. It comes out 1-1. Yeah, the only problem is that it's not long, really long. It's kind of short, but I love it. So this is what I'm using now. Like I said, we're going to be eating chicken stew and rice today. After making my husband breakfast, that's what I automatically do. Just go ahead and prepare lunch, so that any other thing I want to do, I'll just go ahead and be doing it. No stress. So guys, after laying on the couch for almost 2 hours, I just decided to get up and end this video. So from all you're seeing, that this is basically how almost all my mornings go these days. This is how almost all my mornings go. It's really a routine. Like, that is what I do, especially when it comes to waking up, prepping the kids. That is how it goes every day. When I come back, I know that I might get lazy. I just go ahead and cook, and then I just chill. Today is actually filming day, so on days like this, this is the part that might be different. On days that I have to film, I go ahead and film my videos, edit my videos. But on days that I really do not have to film, I just lie on that chair for hours, watching TV, doing work online. Like, I don't just move, I just sit there for as much as 4 hours. Anyway guys, I don't just want to end this video like this. So I want to talk about something. So I want to talk about this thing that I keep thinking about. Okay, this is something that I keep thinking about, and I'm like, there's no explanation to this. I just feel that, to be completely honest, Africans, Cameroonians hate their culture. They hate that they are African. They hate that they're like, yeah, that's what I think, and I'm going to tell you guys why I think this way. So I don't know, like, I don't want this video to have a problem when it comes to YouTube guidelines, but I want to talk about the white man coming to Africa and colonizing us and making us feel like what they are, what they have is what is nice. What we have and who we are is not what is nice. A lot of us are still falling for that in 2022. Yes, a lot of us still feel like the white man is superior to the black man. The other people, I'll be saying the other people should just understand, they believe that the other people are superior to us. They believe that the other people are better than us. They believe that the other people are who we want to be. I'm not going to say, oh no, the whites do not have a lot going. They are not a good example to follow. Obviously, there are certain things that when it comes to our colonizers, I feel like obviously we need to follow them like that. There are so many things I cannot even come here and be naming them. But my problem is, I feel like Africans, we don't like our culture. Why do I say so? We don't like our culture because, first of all, you see the way we talk. You see, as I'm talking now, if somebody wants to, you hear a lot of Africans, a lot of Cameroonians say she's talking primitively. When you're talking with your native accent, a lot of people see like, oh, this one is being primitive, this one is having the primitive accent, that country accent. That's what a lot of us will say. That person was speaking with that country accent, that country Bamenda accent, that country how they call that village, that country Yaounde accent, that country. They see like, okay, us speaking with our own accent makes it primitive, makes it look. And where is that thought coming from? It's obviously coming from the people of the white man land. Obviously for them, they feel like when we talk the way we talk, they don't hear what we say. So that's kind of primitive, that's kind of African, that's kind of looking down on it, which makes us now to feel like we need the validation. So a lot of us are speaking with an accent, and I don't even have any problem with people speaking with accent when they are abroad and out of the country. Like for me, that makes complete sense. But those that I'll be having a problem with are the people who sit and they're having accents when they are not going anywhere. We have a lot of people who just develop accents. I can remember when I was working in the TV station, we had these journalists. I hated how she spoke, because she's going to mix the British accent, Australian accent, American accent, just because she was trying to sound white manized, if that's a word. She's trying to sound like a white man, because a lot of us glorify white man. That is why when people come from abroad, all of them always try to speak in that accent, because those some of us back here, the second we hear somebody speaking like that, oh no, this is a bush faller, this person is superior. Even if the person has not gone anywhere, somebody develops an accent, people start treating you differently, like, oh, this one is a man for this side, or this one is somebody that is well traveled, so we have to treat them differently, which makes me to feel like if you're doing that, it just means that you are not proud of your culture. What is wrong with me speaking as I'm speaking? And what is wrong? The whites speak the way they speak because that is their own accent. You get that is their own accent. We speak the way we speak because English is obviously not our first language. Our traditional languages were our first language. That's why when you hear somebody from Bamenda speak, you can tell that, okay, this one is somebody from Bamenda. You hear someone from the southwest speak, you can tell that this person is from the southwest. When you hear somebody from Yaounde speak, you can tell that this is somebody from that area. You get. So I don't understand why we get to feel like for us to be accepted, or for us to be looked in a kind of way, we have to adopt the white man's accent. I don't get it. I don't even want to start grumbling here, complaining about accent. You guys know that one of my greatest turn-offs, I've said this on and on this channel a lot of times, I hate when people fake accents. It's disgusting. I do not like it. There's nothing sweet about it. Okay, I know people who have traveled, who have been out of the country for years upon years, donkey years, but when they speak, you cannot even tell. And yes, a lot of you abroad always come with the argument of, no, you know that when we're abroad, we have to speak like the white man to make them hear. I understand that clearly, and like I always say, I've said this so many times, and people, I know that even as I explain it here, people will still come and misunderstand me. It makes sense that when you're talking to the white man, when you're talking to people abroad, you have to talk like them, so that you in their accent, so that they can understand you better. It makes sense. But why then is it that when you are talking to me, you're still talking in that way, fully understanding that I might not understand what you're saying? If you can switch up your accent, I know sometimes, like I always give my sister like an example. That girl is one of the most primitive bushwhackers. She's one of the most primitive bushwhackers I've ever seen. See, the second we are talking, you cannot tell in a million years that girl is abroad. You cannot. From the way she speaks, you can never ever tell that girl is from abroad. But when we can be talking and then she's in the supermarket, and then when she's talking to the other people, she switches back. Okay, maybe everybody's not like that, but what I'm just trying to say is, if you can talk like that to people abroad so that they should understand what you're saying, and you know very well that some of us, we find it hard to understand what you are saying, why don't you switch it up back? Because I know a lot of people who do that. Why don't you do that? You come here, even though you know that you can speak like any one of us, you decide to keep what is in our, so that we should just be like, oh, we should just recognize you. Oh, this one is a white, it's a bush faller. I know people that when they're talking, you will really not get that these people have been abroad for 20 years, 30 years. You get just when they're pronouncing particular words, you understand that, oh, this person, the way this person is speaking, I can get the British accent, I can get the American accent, I can get this. But you will not even know. It's not only about accent, it comes even to our dressing, our traditional dressing and all that. It is just for like the past 8 to 10 years that we really started embracing our traditional outfits and all that. A lot of times we would just pay more attention on the white wedding, the court wedding, and we were not putting a lot of emphasis on traditional wedding. I feel like this is one good thing that we learned from the Nigerians. Nigerians embody their tradition when it comes to their traditional weddings. I'm always like, wow. That is where we learned something, because we now embrace that and we started embracing our tradition. But still, it's mostly at weddings. When you come, you see a Cameroonian, if you hear somebody saying something like that country pa, that village pa, just look at the person. It's either one, the person's accent is not clear, the person is speaking like a complete Cameroonian person, or the person is probably dressing in traditional wear, country cap and things like that. They just look at you like, you're too traditional, you're too primitive. Where is the word primitive coming from? From the people who colonized us. And that's why I'm like, you are ashamed of your culture, because you have to be proud wearing your, be proud the way you speak. That is one thing I feel I've never done on this channel. I have never come and tried to create an accent. The way I talk, this way that I'm talking, that's the way I always talk. That is the way I always talk, and I'm proud of that. Jesus and you. I have so many videos to film, guys. This is so crazy annoying. So guys, I'm just going to continue here because I have so many videos to film and I've been lacking a lot of motivation. I cannot just stop because of these lights. So we're just going to continue. We're just going to continue filming from this angle. I'm using just the natural light now. So yes guys, like I was saying, they'll call a lot of people who wear their traditional outfits, oh, this one is primitive, this one is primitive, primitivity and things like that. And I'm just like, but why? But seriously, why? We are not proud of who we are. A lot of people singing, oh, we proud of who we are. No, I don't think people are proud of who you are because of the way you be talking. Like, things have even really changed now until we are embracing our culture like that. Before it was not like that. Oh, nobody seemed to want to just embrace their culture and embrace who they are. A lot of us were like, no, it's going to like, why? Like, just why? When it comes to our culture, I know that there are certain traditions and culture that needed to go. There are certain traditions that needed to go, like the killing of albinos and sacrifices and some things. I feel like those were the good things that the whites did to just come and get rid of all those horrible traditions. But I don't feel like it's all our traditions that were bad. There are actually some traditions that I feel like these traditions, they really make sense. I have no problem with us keeping that. But a lot of people just, when you just mention, especially those people who are going to certain churches, when you just start mentioning like, this is tradition, oh, it's sacrifice, oh, it's evil, oh, it's bad. So I'm like, are you trying to say that all our ancestors, all the people back in, like, all our ancestors, our great grandfathers, they were witches and wizards because they were doing certain traditions and customs? Like, I don't get it. Anyway guys, that is just it. That's just something that has been on my mind and I thought to talk about it. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me that we are ashamed of our culture? We are ashamed of where we're coming from. We feel like the white man's culture and the white man's standard is what we all have to stick to? Or you feel like, I'm not making any sense? You know what we do on topics like this? Let's just have more discussions in the comment section. Thank you guys very much for watching this video and I am going to see you on my next one. Love you. Bye.